Hey everybody, this is David at TWYCE Diecast, and hopefully you have never heard of the brand XCarToys. The point of this video today is just to introduce you to this brand that has come out not too long ago. If you have heard about them, then you are ahead of the curve because they are hidden away on a lot of the weirdo websites that I look for my diecast. Specifically AliExpress, but they are available occasionally on eBay. You'll run into them. More often, most people have been introduced to this brand because they were one of the first ones to do a Cybertruck casting in 1/64. So we'll look at that one and we'll look at a couple other vehicles I've got, and then we're going to open some new arrivals. So again, this is the brand XCarToys. I hope you enjoy getting to know the brand and considering whether or not you'd like to add them to your collection. As we just said, this 1/64 Cybertruck was one of the first ones to hit the market, I believe last year. Now, XCarToys is one of the brands that doesn't always have an official license. More often than not, they're probably not going to have one. But I like diecast nonetheless. I like the feel of these. They have a good weight to them. The details are pretty good. I got this Cybertruck, not because I'm a big fan of the actual vehicle, but you know, it was new at the time. And you can see it's done pretty well. We've got, looks like seating for 6. We've got a pretty accurate interior with a display panel on it. If I remember right, and I've looked at these videos or these vehicles in the past on other videos, I think that's a 17-inch screen that comes standard on this Tesla Cybertruck. Here is the base. You can see you don't get a whole lot of detail to it. You don't even get an XCarToys logo on the vehicle. So Cybertruck was the first one that I got, I believe. Now, I did, right around then, I got some specially, not special, just really cool Chinese automaker vehicles that I am kind of into. This is one, I believe, called a honkkey, and it is the one that the diplomats over there use. You can see this one has XCarToys on the base. It is true 1/64. It is, like I said, what all the fat cats and party leaders over there in China drive. You can see the flag poles for the diplomatic flags. You can see the red flag. That's part of the line. These are called red flag vehicles. See the red on the hood ornament. We won't spend too much time on this one or any of the ones that we've looked at in the past because I've got them all in my Chinese diecast series on my channel. Here is one other one that is really cool. We will take this one out. This one's too cool not to look at. This is a old school military vehicle for the Chinese Army, and it is really well done. And one of the things that drew me to the brand, you can see this is like an oil tanker. It's got a communist red star on there. The logo for that is the Chinese characters for the date that the Communist Party was founded in China. You can see it's just something really foreign to me as an American growing up in the 80s. This was everything that, frankly, we were taught to fear, taught to consider our enemy, but thankfully, that is not the case today for most of us. This is just a cool vehicle. So that is a few of the vehicles that I got to know this brand XCarToys from. So today we're going to look at 3 new ones that have come in. First will be this Passat wagon. I have another Passat, not by XCar, but by Era Car. and I'll grab that here shortly just for a size comparison. And recently I picked up another Passat that is a really good 164 version. Everything we see today should be true 164. So let's look at this Santana. It's got a VW badge on the lift gate, got some black paint, got some defroster lines across the rear glass here. Very nice. Metal flake, deep forest green, nice black interior. Got some moldings on the door panels. You've got chrome on the top. You've got an indicator light dotted in orange. You do have lensed headlamps. This is a good model, guys. This is what I like in my collection. A lot of high detail on here. We've got, looks like really appropriate sized tires. We've got tread on the tires. This is held together by 2 screws. XCarToys on the base. This is a Volkswagen Santana Passat, if you will, wagon. I'll put this down. I'll come right back and we'll look at a couple other 164 VWs. Okay, I can't show all of them, guys. You guys, if you know my collection, I have hoarded any special Chinese Volkswagens that are out there. There's a whole collection that you'll see on my Chinese Diecast series. So today we'll look at a few others. This is an era car, and you can see it's got the skinny tires, it's got the tread. This one has opening doors. This is a right-hand drive. So when you look at that Passat compared to the wagon, they look to be around the same size. Another one I've got here, this one doesn't have open doors, but it's got a little bit nicer detail. See the lamps. And I really, really like this one. This was a, that was a recent pickup. And a lot of you guys probably have this one. Greenlight does a really good Golf in true 164. So this one really suits my collection. It's got paint for the headlamps and paint for the tail lamps, but other than that, really good complement to the other ones. So there's my Volkswagens in 164. You know, we've got plenty more. You'll want to check out Chinese Diecast volumes 1 through 4 to see some others. Up next, we're going to look at, I believe this is going to be a Daihatsu. I'll be right back. Okay, this will be my first time to look at this brand new XCarToys release of a Daihatsu Charade. I'll be curious to see how close it looks to the picture, and right away, different color, different wheels. Who knows what we're in store for as we start to look at this XCarToys. This Daihatsu Charade is tiny. I mean, it is, look at the size of the Passat compared to the Daihatsu. Daihatsu is a minuscule car. You know, a lot of these countries over there use these for taxi cabs because they are just about as cheap as you can make a vehicle. All right, so we've got painted tail lamps on this one. No defroster lines on the rear glass. Black interior. It's a left-hand drive vehicle. I grabbed this because I don't think I have any Daihatsu. Maybe some old Tomikas. Looks like you get door handles painted in black. You do get lensed headlamps, which is good. Turn signals are on the front bumper. And you get a black strip across the top of the windscreen. A little bit of detail on the wipers on the windscreen. 2 screws holding this one together. And it is a, what would you call that? Delightfully ugly car. Not a lot to look at on a Daihatsu Charade. So I saw another one beside it when I was ordering it, and this is, believe it or not, as cheap as a Charade is, This one from a Chinese automaker is even cheaper, and I believe it is almost like a knockoff of a Daihatsu Charade. This is called a Xiali, and that is Xiali. I tried to Google how to pronounce that for you guys. Lots of different speakers were pronouncing it differently, but most of them tended to go with Xiali. And so this is a Chinese automaker called FAW. They are one of the 3 small Chinese automakers in China. So you're talking about mainly cars for the Chinese people. These again were lots of taxi cabs over there. Look at that, lensed headlamps on this. It's pretty good. Almost looks like the same exact vehicle, just as a hatchback. We got the same wheels, kind of steely looking. Xiali, as luck would have it, in Chinese, according to Wikipedia, as always, means charade. So that is not a whole lot of effort by the Chinese automaker to disguise where they got this from. I don't know of any partnership between Daihatsu and Xiali. But anyhow, that is a brief introduction to XCarToys as a brand. If you are curious about them and would like more information, feel free to drop me a comment. I love talking about obscure brands of diecast, and I will help you get your hands on some of them if you are truly interested in that. My name is David at TWYCE Diecast. I really appreciate you joining us today and hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody.